Hi Aries, I'm Honeymoth Tarot and today I'm going to be doing your February 2025 full moon reading. So essentially this reading will be kind of like a prediction for February overall mixed with a little bit of information about the full moon, just because I feel like full moons offer us sort of like a guideline or a theme for each month. So specifically this full moon in Feb will be occurring around the 12th, depending on where you are in the world. And it will be in the sign of Leo. So essentially that means that there is an emphasis on things that Leo rules, basically. So like creativity, self-expression. And then also because Leo is ruled by the sun, there's going to be like an emphasis on the self and the ego. And this could kind of like play out in terms of like receiving recognition or the spotlight being on you throughout February. Alright, so let's get into it. What does Aries need to know for the month of February 2025? So you may be receiving some sort of gift, but it's definitely well deserved with the Nine of Pentacles. Definitely some sort of project that you've been pursuing on your own. Okay, so I don't say this to make you paranoid, but I'm just kind of... I'm just noticing that in both of these cards there is some sort of like caution, because obviously we have like this rodent here that's chewing on the chair, but the person is kind of too preoccupied with comforts and what they've earned to notice. And then we have the Seven of Cups here is focusing on this light here, but then there's like an anglerfish sort of looming in the background. So I would just be wary of something, possibly a manipulative person. But I think ultimately these two cards are kind of warning you to not be... I'm either getting like some sort of distraction that's stopping you from pursuing this project, or from reaching a certain milestone with this project and then you kind of become somewhat complacent. Then we have the Four of Pentacles here, which is usually some sort of hoarding or like material obsession. So yeah, there's something that you're putting too much emphasis on, to the point that it is becoming obsessive. Maybe you are like very focused on material wealth at this time. But I feel, to be fair, like, to an extent, it's okay to be driven in terms of like money and wealth, because I do feel as though, you know, we ultimately need money to live. But to the extent that I'm seeing, it's kind of becoming somewhat unhealthy. You may even be reading like finance books. So you have 2 2s here, so the number 2 may be significant for you at this time. Let me just rejig the cards a little bit. Yeah, I'm getting kind of like a workaholic sort of vibe. And I think you're being called to take a break and possibly reassess what you really value. Because I think you're so focused on the chase that you're not like appreciating the journey or like life itself, because you're so goal oriented, and there's like a lack of being present here and constantly looking into the future. We have the Tower. Yeah, I feel as though there may be like a conversation between you and somebody that's really missing you, because you are spending so much time at work or spending so much time on this project. And I think ultimately there's going to be a realization of the fact that you need to reassess your priorities and spend more time with friends and family. And even just more time with yourself, you know, because even if you are at work or you are like studying or like focusing on finances, whatever this project is, even though you are still like technically spending time by yourself, you're not being truly present with yourself, because you're constantly distracted and focused on this. Okay, so how does Aries avoid this Tower moment? Even though I feel as though this reading in itself is like sort of warning you before this Tower moment happens. We have the High Priestess, which is listening to your intuition. Which for me is kind of the opposite of focusing on wealth. Because the High Priestess is very spiritual. And I kind of see that as like the opposite of what you've been focusing on. So it may be worth like you getting into spirituality, meditation, in terms of what I was mentioning about really spending time with yourself, truly being present in your own body. Okay. Any like last little bits for Aries? And we have the Knight here. Maybe worth like traveling, going on like a little bit of a break just to get you away. And we also have like this little group of people here, and I feel as though you're being called to like spend more time with the people that really matter. And also I'm getting like an energy of like once this tower has been realized and torn down, like after you've found like your true core values and what you want to prioritize, I feel as though this is you going to be building the tower back up again. But this time the structure is going to be a lot more stable and a lot stronger because it's built on your true values and not kind of what society expects of you. Okay. So I'm going to get you guys an affirmation card. Feel free to use it or not. It's completely up to you. Feeling this one. Be relaxed and awake in the luminous stream. Shimmer with aliveness. So yeah, I feel as though relaxation is definitely like another priority that needs to be addressed, because like throughout this reading I'm getting a very like an urgency and a drive that is kind of like you're not giving yourself a break. Okay, so I'm going to get an oracle card from the Moonology deck. We have a time to give rather than take. So Virgo is all about being of service to others. Yeah, maybe that's where the struggle comes from, and kind of like the obsessive need to earn as much money or achieve as much as possible because you're wanting to look after your family or your friends. And so I think there is a struggle with prioritizing yourself. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to get an oracle card from the Divine Guidance deck. I think this on target. So it says, keep yourself focused on the outcome, goal, or result that you are aiming for right now. This card has come to you because you may be faltering or questioning yourself. Just let go of your doubts and fears. Your life and your goals are right on target. Keep your intentions clear, stay grounded in your heart, and follow whatever intuitive nudging you may feel. Spirit is working with you on an energetic level to help you bring your dreams to fruition. So yeah, with this being on target, I feel as though you have already achieved like some sort of milestone with whatever this project is. But I'm getting the sense that that doesn't feel like enough. And ultimately you have to assess like where that lack mentality is coming from. Alright, Aries. Quite an intense reading. But ultimately I see like this tower moment, although a lot of people tend to see the tower as quite like a scary, like negative card. I think it's, in my opinion, it's one of the best cards to get because it means that whatever problem has occurred, it's ultimately being burnt down, and then that gives you the opportunity to build a stronger structure. And I think you definitely have the capability to do it, but just try to listen to your intuition. Take breaks. Like, obviously I'm not telling you to completely like stop pursuing this goal, but I think ultimately the message of this reading is that you need to take a break and prioritize your well-being in balance with working towards what you want to achieve. Alright, Aries, thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.